strategy, we have sets ratio, which has maintained its position for the past 2 years. It is very common to see sets ratio used in the same question with the strategy of connect group or connect me. Since 2024, we have observed many strategies being incorporated with diagrams, like the one you see in this question here. This appears to be a growing examination trend for the coming years. In fact, this question from Catholic High is a good example of a question that requires you to use sets ratio with connect group. To strengthen your preparation for the PSLE, you may wish to request additional practice on such questions, so do approach our teachers if you need them. Now let's explore how we can apply sets ratio and connect group to solve this question. For part A, the first thing that we need to do is to change the 25% to become a fraction, and that gives us 1/4. With this information, we can write a ratio to represent it. So the ratio will look something like this. Cheese is to tuna plus sardine plus egg plus cheese, which gives us the total number of sandwiches sold. We can also find the total for tuna plus sardine plus egg, and that gives us a ratio of 3 units. By using 4 units to subtract 1 unit. Since we are not given the scale on the graph, we'll indicate the number of units for each type instead. So you can count the number of units for each type of sandwich, and we found out that tuna has 9 units, and sardine has 14 units, and egg has 7 units. With this information, I would think that it's a good idea for us to represent it with a ratio. Tuna is to sardine is to egg is 9 units, is to 14 units, is to 7 units. Now, did you realize that there's a common group between these two ratios? By finding the total of tuna and sardine and egg sandwich, that gives us a total number of 30 units. We will be able to apply connect group to make these two ratios the same. So that gives us 10 units is to 40 units is to 30 units. Now with these two ratios being connected, you will be able to find out the number of units for the cheese sandwiches, so in the morning, by looking at this 10 units over here. So you can shade 10 units for the cheese, and so this will be the answer for part A.
And now for part B, we are given the cost of each type of sandwich and a total value of $248. So let's apply sets ratio to this part. First, let's write down the ratio of the 3 types of sandwiches sold. Tuna is to sardine is to egg sandwiches. We can get this ratio from part A. Tuna is 9 units, sardine is 14 units, and egg sandwiches are 7 units. One tuna sandwich costs $3. We can find the total cost by using 9 to multiply by $3, and that gives us $27. And for the sardine sandwich, we can use 14 to multiply by $2, and that gives us $28. We'll do the same for egg sandwiches by using 7 to multiply by $1, and that gives us $7. So with this information, we will be able to find the cost of one set by adding $27 with $28 and $7. The answer is $62. So with one set, our next step will be finding the number of sets. So we can find the number of sets by using $248 to divide by $62, and that gives us 4 sets. And the question wants you to find the number of tuna sandwiches sold in the morning. So to find the number of tuna sandwiches sold in the morning, we can use 4 sets to multiply by the number of tuna sandwiches in one set, which is 9. So we can use 4 to multiply by 9, and that gives us 36. So the answer for part B will be 36 tuna sandwiches.